Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be addressing a very common question I get, and that is, what is the best beginner reptile? So I'm going to go around my room and I'm going to show you what the best reptile in my opinion is for a beginner. Now I've been keeping reptiles for 4 to 5 years, but I've kept them a lot as when I was little, but just not really seriously like I am now. Like, as you can tell, I have quite the collection here, and this is 5 years of experience. With actually keeping more experienced pets. But I've had years and years before that keeping things like geckos and bearded dragons. So in these past 4 to 5 years, I've been keeping more intermediate stuff. So first of all, I'm going to tell you guys the best beginner reptile lizard, if you want a lizard, is going to be a bearded dragon. Now the reason for that is because first of all, they are very easy to maintain. Very easy. As you can see, this is my boy Chip here. And this dude is so chill. These are one of the chillest lizards. As you can see, he's very curious here. They're very easy to care for. They eat worms, crickets, and as adults, they will eat lettuce like romaine lettuce, collard greens, kale, stuff like that. And, you know, it's just really easy to care for these guys. And they're also very loving and caring. So if you guys want a reptile that will sit with you on the bed, watch a movie with you, watch Netflix, do whatever, YouTube, anything you want, go on car rides with you, this is the reptile you want. They are very easy to train. Even if you get in as an adult, it's still going to train really easily. I recommend getting these as babies so you get more, you know, experience with them. And it's really cool to watch these guys grow up. They grow up pretty quick, so I just recommend, you know, a 40-gallon tank just as a baby, and then it's just easy to maintain. You get a UVA, UVB bulb, but I have a Reptisun bulb right there, which produces both. So yeah, these guys are just the perfect all-around pet. And I know some people are going to be like, well, these lizards get big. They really don't get that big. Now, if your parents have a problem with big lizards and will not let you get a bearded dragon, the next best choice would be a leopard gecko. The only thing about leopard geckos, in my opinion, that was my first, like, real lizard, is that they're just small. You know, they don't really cuddle with you. Like, if you want to sit on the bed, they're not really going to cuddle. But bearded dragons will, like, lay on your chest, let you pet them, all that. Leopard geckos, in my experience, have never done that. So, and they don't come out as much. These are nocturnal, so they come out at night, and they want to be out at night. They don't really want to be messed with during the day, because they sleep during the day. But bearded dragons are awake during the day. So let me get out my girl Lola here, and I'll show her to you. So this, if you want a really small, let me get it without. If you want a really small lizard that you can still say you have a reptile, this is what you're going to want. If you want something that you can just watch grow up and, you know, hold it occasionally, this is also what you're going to want, okay? Now Lola eats, you know, she's really a nice lizard. Whenever I have kids over, I'll let them hold her because she's super friendly. Just look at her. You know, she's just chilling. So this is the reptile you want. If you don't, you know, have as much to hang out with a reptile, because, you know, you can just keep her a pile of worms and she will be happy. A heat mat, heat light, and she's happy. Just keep her water and worms. That's all you need. So if you want something that doesn't take as much maintenance, leopard gecko is the way to go. But still, I like having a reptile that will, like, cuddle with you. And bearded dragons, I'm telling you, will just cuddle with you. But for the leopard geckos, all you need is like a 20-gallon, 10-gallon tank, which is very cheap. You know, leopard geckos are probably one of the cheapest reptiles to keep. Bearded dragons, getting the setup can be a little expensive, but if you check like Craigslist and stuff, they have stuff on sale there that you can get for cheaper. Now, what lizard reptiles are not the best pets? Monitors, tegus, iguanas. Those are my top 3 that you should not get as a beginner. So, you see how cute this little iguana is right here? This is my blue iguana. You see how cute this little guy is? Yeah, in about 2 to 3 years, it's going to get to be about this big. Okay? You can see how big this dude is. This is Rocky, my 3-foot male iguana. It's going to get to be this big. And if you do not tame that little baby at that age, then this guy right here will attack you, will cause stitches. It's not good. You can get nerve damage in your hand. You can get really seriously injured. These are not beginner reptiles at all. Get some years of experience and make sure this is really the reptile you want. You're going to need big cages. You're going to need to spend like a little bit on food. it's not as easy as a bearded dragon or a leopard gecko. So definitely not a beginner reptile. Get experience with other things first before you decide to move on to bigger reptiles, which is what I did. Now, the next thing I do not recommend to beginners is monitor lizards. I just recently picked up a monitor lizard. As you can see, you know, he's a good boy. This dude is a good boy, but he will bite me. He has bitten me. I just got him last weekend and I've been taming him up. So he will bite, and if I do not hold him and tame him before he gets 6 foot, he could tear off a finger, even, you know, make it so I have to get my arm amputated. You know, you really gotta take big reptiles seriously, and that's why they're not good beginner pets at all. Now, red Ackie monitors, I could see that being an intermediate. So if you want to move up, maybe from a bearded dragon or something, you could possibly move into the red Ackies or Timor monitors or something like that and get one of the smaller species. So you can start off with monitors and work your way up. So that's basically a really good other way. Now that we got the lizards down, the next thing is going to be a good after beginner reptile, like an intermediate lizard. Those are my favorite. And actually, I don't think tegus would be a more experienced. They can be more intermediate because those do tame up, in my opinion, really easily. I own 2. They tame up. They both tamed up so perfectly, and they're both in hibernation, which I don't think any kid should own these, but if you're like an adult or a teenager and you're looking to move up from like a bearded dragon or something, I think a tegu would be okay for you. You just need to do like an extensive amount of research, and then you should be good. You should be good to go. Ask around people. You can even ask me on my Instagram, ReptileLovers98. I'll put it in the description, and you can ask me questions on there. I love to ask. I love to help you guys with questions. You guys just let me know, DM me, and I'll get back to you. You can ask anyone else who I've talked to on there. So yeah, the next reptile for that, in my opinion, would be a Chinese water dragon. So there's mine down there, Mr. Chang. As you can see, he's just chilling in his little enclosure. I wish the camera would focus for you guys. Let me see. But yeah, so Mr. Chang is about, I think he's 2 or 3 years old now. And I bought him as this tiny little hatchling, super small, and he did grow to be this big monster. Let me see if I can't get him out for you guys. He is taking a small little swim right now, you know, just trying to chill. Come here, buddy. You know, I'm going to put him up here. So this is also a really good intermediate reptile. Now, these do not like to be held as much. Now, I'm sure if you held it a ton as a baby, it could tame up to you, but these are really display animals. Just look at how amazing this reptile looks. Like, this is definitely a nice display pet. So if you're looking for a nice intermediate display, this is good to go. But you can still hold them. They're not ferocious or anything. They simply eat, you know, like worms and stuff, but they do need a little bit big of an enclosure. He's not even full grown yet. And you can see this enclosure is really big. So, yeah, that's in my opinion the 2 intermediate ones. Yeah, my tegus are in hibernation, so I can't show you guys those right now. That's another bad thing about them, you know, hibernating, is you can't see them, but I still love them to death. Now, if you want to move up, also an intermediate lizard would be, in my opinion, a chameleon. Now, like I said, most intermediate, you know, up lizards can be really nice display animals. Like, chameleons are for sure display pets, in my opinion. People can be like, no, my chameleon's really tame and all that. Chameleons really do not like to be held. They like to be on display. They like to just eat and go on their own way because they get stressed out very easily, especially as babies. Like, hundreds of chameleons will die because they get so stressed out. Like, sometimes when people get them shipped, they will die in the mail because they're so stressed out. As you can see, this guy is a dark color because he's probably stressed out that I'm right here, or probably because he just went and basked. Because when they go and bask, they turn a dark color so they can, you know, get more heat in. So yeah, this is Rango, my veiled chameleon. I've had him for about 2 years. Got him as a super small hatchling and raised him up. The care for these guys is really easy, in my opinion. You know, like I said, if you guys need care tips on anything that I have in my collection or anything you see right now, just let me know on my Instagram account. Don't put it on YouTube because I really don't read YouTube comments that often because they're all either hate or nice comments, which I just don't even care to look at them. So, yeah. Alright, so now that we talked about lizards a little bit, let's go into snakes. What is the best beginner snake? To me, that is a ball python for sure, no doubt in my mind. You know, ball pythons for sure are the best beginner snake. Here's my ball python Flick. It is a spider ball. As you can see, it's in this Bellmaster cage here. Let me just show you. This dude is super tame. Now, I got this dude as a small little hatchling at a reptile show. And these are the best snakes if you are looking for something that would literally just sit in your hand and stay there. Now, people debate between corn snakes and ball pythons. Corn snakes, first of all, as little hatchlings, are like 7 inches long. Super skinny and very flighty, and they're very, you know, they just won't chill with you. They're always moving. You can't really sit down and watch a movie with them. You really gotta keep an eye on them. But ball pythons will literally just sit and wrap around your arm and just chill. Like you see this guy's doing here. Just chilling in the water bowl. Had a rat yesterday, so you know he's happy and satisfied. So, yeah, these guys do not get a big size. If you want, excuse me, if you want a big snake, this is a medium size, pretty much. Females can get, you know, a little bit bigger, but if you want like a smaller snake, get a male, which are usually cheaper anyway. So, yeah, this is my... As you can see, he's never bitten me ever. You know, they're very docile. You know, they're just really good, really good pets. So, yeah, these guys can be a little iffy when it comes to feeding. Sometimes they'll be very picky on frozen thaw. That's the only problem you'll probably ever see with them. But this guy sheds perfect, everything. You know, the perfect snake in my opinion. Best beginner snake out there by far in my opinion. Is a ball python. Now, some parents won't let their kids have snakes, but you get these one as hatchlings, and they are the perfect snake. Now, move up to a little intermediate snake. Yeah, you know what? Hognose snakes are not intermediate. You know, I feel like these could be a beginner snake. They are very super easy to care for. Here's my little hognose snake. It's a female. She eats fantastic. You know, she's not angry or anything. She will let me, you know, she eats perfect. She doesn't strike. The only thing about these guys is they do contain a small amount of venom because they are a rear fang snake, so they do keep a little bit of venom in the back, but I mean, if it bit you, it would not kill you. It probably, you know, it may burn a little bit. I'm not sure. I've never been bitten by these guys, but it wouldn't feel too good. He's getting caught in my bracelets here. They hate getting caught in the bracelets, but yeah, this is a pretty good beginner snake too, but like I said, a very flighty snake, but still a very awesome snake. You see that little hog face right there. This could be a beginner reptile if you really wanted it to be, but like I said, ball pythons by far, if you were looking for a really calm snake that will just chill with you, because everyone wants a reptile that will just chill. You know, especially as a beginner reptile, you're going to want one that's going to chill with you because, you know, if it's a beginner reptile, it's probably going to be your first reptile. And you're going to want that to be a really great experience. So you're going to want to have a really good relationship with them. So, and then from there, you're going to grow your collection. So that's why it's very important to get one that you really love and can hold a lot. So, okay, now if you're looking for a more experienced snake, I would for sure go with a rainbow boa. Let me get them out for you guys. Rainbow boas are absolutely amazing. The only thing about these snakes is they do need humidity, and if they don't have humidity, then the snake will not be happy at all. So, you know, definitely a snake that's going to want humidity. But still, as you can see, this dude is amazing. This is what I got for my 16th birthday present. This is all I wanted. Let me see if I can't get him under the light for you guys so you can see. But you can see the kind of rainbow essence he has to him. A little bit. Doesn't really pick up too well in camera, but you can kind of see right there. But yeah, like I said, boas are definitely a more experienced reptile in my opinion because they do get bigger. You know, boas do get really big and they do constrict. As you can see, it's constricting my finger right now. And for some people, this can get scary. You know, to me, it doesn't matter because I have been bitten by a snake before and it's not that big of a deal. The only thing about getting bit is it will bleed, but it's not, you know, no big deal. So as you can see, this dude's really cool. And as you can see, he's just, you know, chilling on my hand. These guys do like to chill too. They move kind of slowly depending on your snake. If you have a really flighty snake, then, you know, probably won't chill. But this dude, you know, this dude's really cool. So this is an intermediate snake. after, you know, you get some experience with other snakes. But you could keep this as a beginner if you're really looking to give the right conditions, you know, like giving proper heating and humidity. So once you have that, you will be good to go. And, you know, feeding for these guys is pretty simple. I don't think this dude's ever missed a meal. But, yeah, so that's why these guys are just amazing. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope this video did help in some ways for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video.